The shrine in the mist from your story. The mountains of Kyoto were cloaked in a thick, eerie mist as Hiroshi and his younger brother Kenta hiked the overgrown path. Their grandmother had warned them never to go near the abandoned shrine on the peak, but curiosity proved stronger than fear. As they climbed higher, the silence grew unnatural. No birds, no wind, only their crunching footsteps. "Are we lost?" Kenta whispered, gripping Hiroshi's arm. Before Hiroshi could answer, a faint rustling came from the trees. A shadow moved between the ancient cedars, swift and unnatural. Then, a deep, rasping breath echoed through the fog. "Who's there?" Hiroshi called, his voice wavering. No answer, just the eerie sound of something moving closer. Suddenly, an old shrine appeared before them, its torii gate broken and covered in moss. The doors hung ajar. As they stepped forward, a sharp gust of wind blew past, carrying the scent of decay. Inside the shrine, a single wooden mask rested on the altar. A Tengu mask, its long nose cracked, its painted eyes staring into theirs. Kenta reached out, but Hiroshi slapped his hand away. "Don't touch it," he warned. Too late. A whisper like 1,000 voices murmuring at once filled the air. The mask's eyes gleamed red. The shrine doors slammed shut behind them. A sharp, clawed hand gripped Hiroshi's shoulder. He turned, but all he saw was the shape of a tall, winged figure looming in the mist before darkness swallowed them both. The curse of the Tengu. Hiroshi awoke on the cold, damp floor of the shrine. Kenta was gone. "Kenta?" he called out, but his voice was swallowed by the thick silence. The scent of incense mixed with rot filled the air. A scraping sound came from the altar. The mask was gone. The shrine doors creaked open, revealing a figure standing at the threshold. It was Kenta, but something was wrong. His face was pale, his body unnaturally still. "Kenta?" Hiroshi whispered, stepping closer. His brother lifted his head. His eyes were glowing red. And then, with a sickening crack, his jaw stretched unnaturally wide. "You shouldn't have come here." The voice that emerged wasn't Kenta's. It was layered, deep, ancient. Hiroshi stumbled back as Kenta's body twitched violently. Feathers sprouted from his arms, his fingers elongating into black talons. His form twisted, stretching, reshaping into something monstrous. A Tengu. A sharp gust of wind howled through the shrine, knocking Hiroshi to the ground. The Tengu Kenta lunged, but Hiroshi rolled aside, barely escaping the swipe of razor-sharp claws. Desperate, he grabbed a wooden prayer tablet from the altar and chanted a purification prayer their grandmother had once taught them. The Tengu shrieked, its form flickering like a dying flame. The red light in its eyes dimmed, and for a moment, Kenta's face reappeared beneath the monstrous features. "Hiroshi?" "Run!" Kenta's voice, weak, human. Tears streamed down Hiroshi's face. He knew what he had to do. He slammed the prayer tablet onto the mask still clutched in Kenta's twisted hand. A blinding light engulfed them both, and Hiroshi felt himself being flung backward. When he awoke, he was outside the shrine. The mist had lifted, the air was still. Kenta was gone. The shrine had vanished, as if it had never existed. Only the broken Tengu mask lay in the grass beside him, its painted eyes dull and lifeless. From deep within the forest, a single whisper echoed, "I will return." Subscribe for horror help.